If you're wondering what caused the dip in gold price, and maybe you're somebody who keeps a close eye on ominous news sources, well, maybe you missed it because this news was, I don't know, good news? Is that even a thing? So this week, gold price was punished by profit taking. It was one of the earliest headlines trying to explain the new drop in gold price. Now, for context, punished meant that we got a 3.5% dip in gold price, so not a big deal. Other news leading to the drop has more to do with the reported Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire or the new U.S. Treasury pick. But what we're not looking at here is bad news or potential bad news driving the price of gold. Now, there are always going to be a few people in the comments who just don't like it when I say things like that. Apparently, there's no good news in gold. Only doom or gloom. At least that's what's popular around here. Now, look, I remember headlines about the new roaring 20s that were popping up in early 2020. That was pre-pandemic, so that was either not that long ago or a lifetime ago, depending on how you look at it. But maybe we have to at least wonder if possibly the world could get out of its hole. I don't know. Maybe that's being too hopeful, but let's at least talk this through. Quick shout out to channel sponsor Summit Metals. They've got great prices, fast shipping on lots of things, and Black Friday is coming. They might already have some of those screaming deals live, so be sure to check out the 10th-ounce Britannias, be sure to check out the Eagles, and really plenty of other things. SummitMetals.com. So I think we start with Scott Bessent's Treasury Secretary appointment. The expectation for the market seems to be that he takes the edge off some of Trump's expected economic policies, the ones that would lead to inflation. Now, this is an important role. It affects everything from tax policy to U.S. debt. And the thought is that he will soften the approach to international tariffs in particular. That would hypothetically keep inflation from running the way that some analysts warned and keeps us from paying 25% more for 90% of the things that we want. Now, he's also on record as wanting to reduce the U.S. budget deficit, so he's a safe choice that the markets like. So what else do we have? Well, the possible ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah would de-escalate some of what's going on in the Middle East. That's another bit of good news, safe news, whatever we want to call it, but it's the kind of news that cuts back the perceived need for safe haven assets, like gold. So things calm down, the price of gold drops, certainly worse things could happen. And then back to the idea that we're seeing profit taking. Well, that's about as meaningful as saying the price of gold is dropping because the price is dropping. Investors must be profit taking. It's kind of the first reason given in the first few articles they're going to see in the day anytime the price drops, before the actual reasons are clear. So I'm not saying it didn't happen, but we'd be talking about profits in the maybe 5% range if we're looking at trading from the prior dip. That would be if they bought at the bottom, they sold at the top, 5%. I don't know. Do traders get excited about that? Maybe. So those are the reasons for the current drop in gold price. Decent reasons for a dip, but probably not strong reasons for any extended change in gold price. We still have analysts from Goldman Sachs talking about central bank buying, driving up gold prices over the next year and beyond. We still have $36 trillion in U.S. debt, with something like 15 to 20% of government budget going to servicing it. And we still have plenty of regional conflict, and I think we can all assume that we're going to have an escalation of the trade war in the near future. So do we call this a dip based on good news? Well, kind of. Bitcoin dropped 5% too, for those of you in the comments talking about Bitcoin being the way to go. Welcome to the party. Now, if you're looking for a Black Friday sale on gold, this might be the best news you could get. Two simple announcements knocked $100 off gold spot price just in time for holiday shopping. But neither of those announcements affect a longer-term rally. We're talking about short-term price movement, so let's keep the video short too. Let us know in the comments what you're up to. Let us know if you've been waiting on those Black Friday sales. I think some of them are already live. Summit Metals have got the 1/10-ounce Britannias and Eagles marked to sell. So check those out. And then while you're in the comments, be sure to hit the like button if you found any of this interesting. Be sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on if you'd like to hear more on the topic. And if you're still here, well, happy holidays. And also, thanks for watching. I always appreciate your time. Take care.